Welcome back to the channel, guys. We did a video last week, literally last Friday, of how to create your own tactic. So we picked Mainz. We've won 2 games out of 2 with a new tactic, which is promising. We're about to play Dortmund, so I thought we'd crack a video out. Basically showing you guys how I manage against a big team, and then we'll show a video on how to. We'll do like a 5-6 part series over the course of the season. Like how to, so sort of building the tactic part 1, this one, how to manage maybe against a game against a big team, maybe how to manage a game against a relegation team, so like Union Berlin or Arminia Bielefeld, wherever they are. There we go, okay, they're doing quite well, but you get my point. And then maybe we could do a video also on how to manage a game against a team that's roughly on your level, because they're for me are the hardest ones to get right. I've got a few tricks to try and get results against the big teams, as you'll see in this video. I've got a few tricks how to get the better of teams at the bottom of the league, but the ones where you're evenly matched are usually the hardest ones to get right, because they can either go drastically wrong or drastically right, and it's like I like to have control. I don't like this, if that makes any sense. Right. Anyway, let's a quick update. We brought some new signings in to facilitate the tactic and to. And for the players that I like, the sort of players that I like, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So we go on transfer history. This guy's not mine. This guy's not mine. Right. So from this down is me. There. Right. So we brought in Ahmed Hodzic. He's a very popular player this year. Centre back. We needed a centre back. A bit of pace, a bit of physicality. If you look at him, he can do a bit of everything. And I like those players. I like players that are complete, if that makes sense. They can do a bit of everything. Like if I put him in central midfield, he'd probably do all right. 14 passing, 13 vision. I like it. I like that he can do a bit of everything. He's quickish. He's not very agile because he's 6'5", but he does the job. As you can see, 4 games he's played, 2 cup games. He's got a 7.5 average rating. He's doing very well. Bargain. Duvan Vergara, again, you'll notice, a very complete player. You could even play him wide midfield and a defensive winger if you wanted to, honestly. He's got good positioning, good tackling, for a winger, that is, and he's just all-round very good. He's just complete. I'm going to keep saying that word, but he is. That's what he is. At the start of the game, he cannot play right midfield, but that's what he's doing. He's got 1 goal in 4 games, and he's settling in all right. Again, very cheap player, 2 million up front, 400,000 over so many appearances or whatever. I brought in Noah Okafor from Salzburg. He's a guy that can play on both wings as well, on loan. Again, as you can see, maybe he's not as complete, because obviously you can't always get what you want, but he's got good physical ability. He's in the technical section. He's got technique, dribbling, first touch is what I like as a inverted winger, because he's going to be the backup inverted winger. Obviously, if we get an injury crisis, he can play right wing because he's got the pace, he's got the flair, he's got the dribbling. He can just run down the wing. But his primary focus is, I brought him on loan as a backup. That's it. Agustin Pallavicino from Deportivo Cali. Very, very cheap. Very, very brilliant player. I would recommend every single one of you guys buy him unless you're at an elite club. Again, look, you'll notice there's a theme. They're very complete, I'm saying it again, players. So they've just got an average of, what is that, 12, 13 on these attributes. There's no real weak side. He's marking maybe, but he's got a guy at the side of him for that. He's just a brilliant player. You know, he's got good traits as well. He's got a decent long shot, 13, and shoots from distance. When he does get through on goal, I've noticed he scores a lot of goals. Obviously on this save he hasn't, but I've had him previously, and he got the second. So I think I was Stuttgart. I bought him for Stuttgart. We finished second first season in the league, and that's a team probably worse than Mainz. So I've challenged myself a little bit here to see if we can recreate that. Finished behind Bayern Munich, and he got the second. I think he came second to Leroy Sané in the German Player of the Year in the first season. So this guy's a brilliant player. I'm just going to try and cut through this. We've got Ugarte at the side of him. Like I said, there's a guy who can mark at the side of Pallavicino. So them two are together in the midfield. Again, very complete. I'm saying it again. Sorry. But he's also a guy that literally anything under 10 is long throws. Who cares? We've got a guy who can do long throws. He's settling in, a new signing, so give him a bit of leeway. Bosco Satalo, right back / centre back, can do both jobs very well on loan, backup. Andre Horta, we bought him for 5.5. He's going to be just behind the striker. Again, look, he can dribble, he can pass, got good technique, got vision. Off the ball, composure, he's got pace, he's got a bit of everything. Now, he's not 17, 18 in those areas, but he's very all-rounded. Very, very well-rounded player. And as you can see from the first 4 games, he's played very well. He's the link, essentially. He's the link between Mateta and the midfielders. We have Marco Perez, who's just literally a backup free transfer. Again, though, look, very well-rounded. And Oleg Rebchuk, left back, again, well-rounded again. And he's a backup left back to Aaron Martin. Again, very cheap, 2 million. And we sold a lot of players. We're in profit, essentially. We've made a very good team. We're in profit. We sold Jean-Paul Bertius for 7 million. And there's a few people for like 2-3 million there. And yeah, we've transformed the team and it's a much better team, really. We've got these guys coming as well. Anyway, enough rambling. 5 minutes there. Just a quick overview of what I've done to the team, why I've done it, why I've bought those players. Main reason is they're very well-rounded players. They can do a bit of everything. If we decide to defend, they can defend. If we decide to be a bit more attacking, they can do that also. Now to the tactic, I've changed one thing I'm pretty sure of. I've changed from regroup to counter-press. The main reason for that is the teams we've played, Eintracht Frankfurt 2-0 and Wolfsburg 4-0. The reason why I've changed it is because against teams that are on a par with you and the teams that are below you, i.e. Frankfurt and Wolfsburg, I want to get after them. We want to press them. We want to press them into mistakes, force them into mistakes because their team isn't as good. Now, against Dortmund, I might take counter-press off. I might not. I'm going to start with it in this next game that you're going to see on the video. But we're going to see if we lose the ball and immediately start pressing and over-pressing and pulling players out of position, I'll take it off. Now, we're going to have to see how that game goes because counter-pressing can work in all games. It can work in no games. It's a sort of thing that you can change as and when. Like, I change a lot of things. You'll see that I change a fair few things in game. Against Wolfsburg, I didn't really. We scored fairly early there in the second minute and we was in control of the game all the way throughout. We scored early goals in that game. But in the other game, we didn't. Against Frankfurt, it looked like we might be getting away from us. The thing I did against Frankfurt, I'm pretty sure if I remember it was yesterday I played this game. Yeah, we was on top all the way through, but we wasn't scoring. And I think what I did is I just made wholesale changes. I just brought almost the whole midfield off. And I think I brought... No, I didn't bring him off. I brought the whole midfield off, I'm pretty sure. I brought in, 1, 2... And I'm pretty sure I brought on Stöger as well, or Stöger. Yeah, 4 substitute appearances. I basically went for fresh legs in midfield. And that paid out. We went in, the front 2 scored. Well, the front 1 and the attacking midfielder scored. So we're going to play this game now against Dortmund. We're going to go with the same team. Obviously, we haven't got any relationships yet between the wingers and the full-backs, the centre midfielders, the centre-backs. So we are playing at a slight disadvantage of where I'd like to be. So let's try and pick up a result. A draw would be perfect first season. A win would be obviously even better. And let's just get straight into it. Let's go. 7. Okay, so we'll put 2 substitutes on the bench. We shall go with Latzer and you. There we go. Right. That's all fine. Yeah, he's unsuited, but long run, I need him to be right midfield, so he's going to have to play there, whether he likes it or not just now. So looking at their team, they've got Piszczek, Akanji, Zagadou, Munier. So I'm guessing that's a back 3. Piszczek centre-back. They've got Munier and Schultz wing-backs, and then I'm guessing... I think they play like a 3-4-2-1, I think. I think that's how... Anyway, let's just sort our things first. And then we'll... let's just do the... Right. Then I go to tactics. This is what I do almost every single game. I go tactics, and then what I do is I go opposition. Just to see how they're playing. Right, okay, so they've gone... Usually what they do, or sometimes what they do, they've got no Sancho, which is massive. They've also got no Renier and Bellingham and Hazard. They've got a really good team, haven't they? So instead we're going to play against Brandt and Reina. Now, there's less pace in those two guys than Bellingham and Hazard and Sancho, I think. Brandt especially has got less pace, but he's more of a playmaker from the wide position. So this game, I'm not telling you this is what I'm going to do, but in your mind straight away I'm thinking at some point we might be able to push as line up because they've got not as much pace as what they usually have. We'll see. We can't make those pre changes before the game because we don't know how it's going to pan out, right? I have no idea. I've noticed this quickly, that Piszczek here has got low match sharpness, right? So what I'd like to do is I'd like to make him show onto the left foot, which is his weak foot, but also more than that, it doesn't allow him to get an out ball here to Meunier. I want him to be looking to pass here and here so we can get onto it. This is what I want him to do. I don't want him to pass there, and I want to shut him down. Do you know what? We'll leave that. I don't want to overpress. It's Dortmund. Let's not get too. I'm going to leave this quite blank. Apart from, I'm going to change Meunier to come inside, and I'm going to change Schultz to come inside. So when we get the ball, we want to be shutting this down here. We want to shutting these lines off. Because they've only got 2 central midfielders, remember, right? They've got no attacking midfielder, no defensive midfielder. So what we need to do is we need to target the centre of the pitch. All their players, all their strengths, this tactic is down the wings, right? They've got people in wing-back positions and attacking midfield positions. So they're looking to overload us. So what I'm going to do, like I said, is I want Piszczek to go back inside, and I want Zagadou as also to go inside. So if I go to Zagadou, and I switch him over to his right foot, so when he gets the ball there, we shut that off. We should go in there. Now, what you can do, if you're playing a team that's on the par with you, is you can do, once you've made those guys, basically what I'm doing is funneling all play from Dortmund inside the pitch. And once you do that, what you can do is you can tight mark these two and try and pinch it in central midfield, and then you're straight onto their defence. I'm not going to do that because it's quite aggressive, and it's against Dortmund, and they'll pick us off, and we'll lose 3-0. So we're going to leave it like this. It's a couple of little changes. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my wide players to man mark their fullbacks. So when they push their fullbacks forward, which they will do, we have that under control. Hopefully. Left winger needs to be marking right wing back. That's good. Right. I think that's good. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's what I do up to now. And I thought it's a bit of I'm being a bit wordy today. I'm rambling maybe a little bit, but I'm trying to explain why I do things rather than just doing them and you guys guessing. Then there's no point of a video, right? So their recent form, they lost the last game, I think, or is that the 4th game? I can't remember which way that goes, but anyway, they've lost in the last 5. Right, okay, so it must be the 4th game ago they lost because they've won 2 in the league. So they're 100% record like us. Another thing I would suggest you guys do when you build a new tactic, go on extended highlights. You can even go on comprehensive if you've got time. And don't have the game going so fast. So we're going to watch through the whole game. It's no key highlights like I usually play. We're going to just have a quick feel of what's happening. What I like to do as well is I like to pause the game mid highlight just to check out where people are, what they're doing, what they're not doing. Right, I've just watched the corner come up. Another thing I need to talk to you about. Make sure you do all your set pieces. It can seem like a drag, but it's massive in terms of a whole season. In a 38 game season or a 34 game season, however long your season is, set up your defensive free kicks, your defensive corners, attacking free kicks, and if you want long throws, if you have someone to do that. I do, so I've done it. But please put the time. If you want to get the maximum amount of your tactic on your season, please set them up. Please. Because there's a lot of problems with the default tactics. The main one being on free kicks, right down here, is when you see an indirect free kick attacking into the box, you have no one on the edge of the box, so you are very open to getting counter-attacked. That needs to be changed. Make sure you go and do it. You'll concede a lot of goals in the season and you'll get annoyed. So, let me just carry on. I needed to tell you that. We've got a big guy there at the front, Niakite, who should be on this. Oh, see, another thing, sorry, I keep pausing it, but I need to tell you guys these things. In real life, the teams at the bottom of the league, when they overachieve, they usually get the most out of their set pieces. Because there's a big amount of goals in real life come through set pieces. Make sure you're always encouraging your team as well. So Reyna's gone across the pitch there. My winger's tracking there. Yeah, he's tackled him, you see? There. We got the ball back from our winger, tracking it back. Like I said, usually what happens is he doesn't go that far back. He stops around here and thinks, oh, I'll leave him because he's not in my zone. Now, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I have a theory. So Go with it, don't go with it, whatever. I'm not going to tell you something that's not true, or I don't know that's true. I feel like there's zones in Football Manager. Now, if you play a position, if you play a winger there, which I'm guessing a majority of you guys do, and you're wondering why you're playing guys there, is they defend more here. They defend more, and I don't notice less goals and assists from this position than here. So I usually like to play my guys there, right, rather than there. When you have a guy there, you might notice, or you may notice, especially on attack, if you have an inside forward attack, they don't get back. They don't come back. And against big teams, you will get picked off. Now, you've seen there, I might have conceded that, but I've got a guy like Robbie Kyson, who's got 17 work rate, to be fair to him. He got back against Munir, and now we're on the attack, or I think we are. Get in the box, mate. So he's come back. Oh, see, we've essentially there, from my change before the game, we have essentially changed their attack to our attack, because that wouldn't have happened. Keep encouraging, like I said. Right, Haaland scored. Sometimes you can't do anything about that, right? It's Haaland. He's what he is. He can turn a game round like that with his movement. He's pulled a guy away. He's come short. He's pulling him. Look at his movement. And then he goes in behind him, I'm pretty sure, yeah. He's poor by Ahmed Hodzic, but you've got to sometimes think it's the brilliance of Haaland. Now, what we could have done maybe to stop that goal is stop the cross, I suppose. No, that's my attacking midfielder. That's my... Okay, so maybe it's his fault. He should probably be out there. There's no danger in here at all. He's sort of in no man's land when they've been 3-on-2 there, pretty much. So yeah, maybe that's something to look at. I don't know why my left back's there, but yeah, that's a poor one. We maybe should have. So who's that whipped that in? That's Brandt. Okay. Again, like I said, Brandt is very much a playmaker out wide. And Brandt and Haaland together, you just can't deal with that sometimes. You're just going to have to accept sometimes that if you're playing a better team like Dortmund are, you're going to lose games. You're going to concede goals. We're getting very unlucky though. We're getting extremely unlucky. Header out. Oh, go on, Horta. Oh, that's poor, man. That's a poor one, dude. There's a guy down here on his own. We've messed that up again. The tactics there, the players that are enforcing the tactic maybe aren't there yet. Right, yeah, Brandt's dropping in a lot. Brandt is dropping in here a lot. He's creating a bit of a problem. He's pulling people around, which is what he does. Go on, get that. We got that back. Okay. No mistakes here. That's usually what happens. Okay. Now we've got the ball. We're doing all right. We've been a better team. They've scored from just a moment of brilliance from Brandt and then Haaland, right? Let's not get panicked. Let's not panic. Right, maybe long shots we were looking at. We're shooting a lot from the edge of the box there. As you can see at the top, they've scored their only shot. and we've had 0.64. We've not had shots on target, so maybe we look at that. Again, header out. Good block. We're doing all right. We're fine. Yeah, shots again. But we're looking dangerous. That's the problem. I didn't do this video because I knew we was going to win this game. I don't know what's going to happen, right? Obviously. I'm just showing you what you guys do to try and get the most out of playing against bigger teams, because they're a nightmare to play on FM. Your Liverpools, your Cities, if you're in the Prem, they're just awful to play against. Again, we're winning the ball at very good areas. It's just we're not. Can you play him through there? Can you play? Okay, we need Horta to shoot less, I think. We need him to shoot less. He's creating a bit of a problem. Maybe his passing's more direct. No, we'll leave it at that. I think we'll leave it at that. I think he's doing all right apart from his shooting. He's winning the ball very well. There's a lot of highlights, and they seem to be favouring us. It's very promising. It is. Shooting again. But we seem in control against Dortmund. You know? We could easily be 2-0 up here. 1-0 up, 2-1. We could. We're not, but we could. I think that's the thing. I think a lot of people, me especially as well, we expect to win every game, right? We all do. We expect it. And if we lose, it's against us somehow. Sometimes you just got to expect that you're going to lose a game, right? This could be one of them. But if you set the tactics up to where you get the best possible chance of winning, then that's all you can do, right? And at the moment, we're the better team. We just are. That's all you can ask for. Now, can somebody step up and score a goal? We'll see. We've not had a shot on target, which is worrying. But we've got like 10 times their XG right now, almost 9 times exactly, actually. Corner. Okay, so yeah, they scored from their second shot on target. Sometimes you just got to accept it. Nothing you can do. FM is very frustrating that way. It's not even a shot on target because it's an own goal. So yeah, it's tough. We shouldn't be down like this. It's unlucky. It's one of those games. I'm not going to change it. Some of you guys might be thinking, what are you doing, Lewis? You're not changing it. You're 2-0 down. We shouldn't be 2-0 down. We shouldn't be. And if I played this game again, if I reloaded the game, just for obviously, because I'm not going to be doing this save long term, I'm just going to be showing you guys what to do. If I replayed this save with the exact same changes, we could be 2-0 up easily. So don't get too downhearted. The main thing is we're playing good, and that'll in turn become very consistent performances. I'm going to say I'm pleased because I am pleased. I'm pleased with how we're playing. I am. I'm not going to sit there and get annoyed that we're 2-0 down to Dortmund. Anyone can be 2-0 down to Dortmund, but not anyone can be outplaying Dortmund, right? Now, towards the end of the game, I'm probably going to make some changes to try and push this, to try and get 2 goals back, of course. But I'm hoping that before the 65th, 70th minute, we pull 1 back. If not, we're going to have to go for it. Okay, so can we win the ball back at the edge of the box there? No. Again, the 60 minutes they've had 1 shot on target. We've had 4. I urge you guys to remember that sometimes in FM, in life, you can't have it all your way. Right, we're going to start pushing people up now. We're going to start being more aggressive, especially down here. I'm going to stick. Yeah, you're marking. Right, that's okay. And I want these guys to be more aggressive as well. I want you to mark their. Well, it'll be attacking midfield right, yeah? He's there. We need to be more aggressive. We could lose this 3 and 4-0, but we haven't deserved to. So we have to push it. I'm not a guy that likes to sit back and just take a 2-0 loss. I'll always try and get back into the game. So we'll do that. We could also add tighter marking in, because now we're right up on top of their players. And is anyone looking... You're looking anxious, we could change you. You're looking tired, we could change you. And you're looking anxious too. Okay, no problem. There we go. We don't want anxiety on the pitch. That's the problem. So yeah, it's a tough one. Okay, we've won the... Well, I thought we'd won the ball back. It's a tough one to take, this one, dudes. It's a tough one, because some of you might be thinking, right, Lewis, you're telling us how to play against a big team, you're losing 3-0, what's the point? But look at the stats. Look at the in-game stats. I didn't want to show you a pre-recorded match, right? I wanted it to be, could go anyway. And this could definitely happen. You can lose against Dortmund 3-0. But I'm going to keep coming back to it. Look, we're the better team. We're the better team. We have been the better team. It's frustrating, and it's going to happen to you in FM. Learn to accept it. It's always going to be a thing. And my guys haven't finished like they should. Now, like I said to you, we could definitely lose. Look, it could turn into 4-0, 5-0. It could do. They've scored 4 from 3 shots on target. Paslak isn't the best finisher. So at this point, it's quite annoying, this game. He scored 2 there. He's got 9... Yeah. It's hard not to get annoyed and a bit frustrated at the way the game's gone. But yeah, we're missing a lot of chances. And yeah, a tough one. If we replayed this game, we could be winning 2-0, 3-0 ourselves. But we're not. We're not. That's the thing. We're 4-0 down. We don't even deserve to be losing. It's just an example of the game going like this, right? It happens. It happens. There's nothing you can do. Dortmund have just got a very good team. But I hope that some of you guys that are watching this, I hope you don't take away the 4-0. I hope you take away the fact that we've had almost treble their shots, double their shots on target, more XG than them. We've competed in terms of we've had a more passing percentage, and we've almost got level on the possession. That's what I hope, because it's the big picture, right? It's the big picture. It's not the result. I mean, it is the result. The result's annoying, and it's happened. Like, how have we not scored that? It's a free header back post. We've just been unlucky, dudes. There's nothing we can do. And I keep saying that to you guys because I don't want... Because a lot of you get angry at this point, right? I would... 5-6 years ago, I'd probably be annoyed at this point. I'd be really annoyed. But you've got to learn sometimes that they have better players. They will score all their chances. We've had a lot of good moments this game. A lot of them. But yeah, it looks like we're going to lose 4-0. It's not worked how I wanted it to, result-wise, but in terms of the way the game's gone, it's gone like I wanted it to. If we scored the early chance that we had, or the early couple of chances, it's a different game. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Obviously, I couldn't guarantee the win there. Like I don't want to be that type of content creator where I upload a video where we've won 3-0 against Dortmund. This is what I did, but really I've replayed it 4 or 5 times. I'm not saying other people do that, but that's not what I want to be. I wanted to show you guys that we've lost 4-0 there against Dortmund. I'm going to say I'm not happy because it's 4-0 at the end of the day. We've done something wrong, clearly. But I feel like it's not something I could have done more. Right, at some point, the players have got to take responsibility. They've gone on the pitch, and we've lost 4-0. I've put all the things into the game to try and get the best result. And like I said, look, we've had more than double their shots. We're going to keep coming back to it because you've got to look at the bigger picture. We've lost 4-0. They've had 3 shots on target. Now, could I have done more? I'm sure I could have. I'm sure I could have. If you think I could have, what I could have done, put it in the comments. It's constructive criticism. But I've set that team up, those 11 players, I've set them up to win that game. We should have at least drawn the game. So yeah, it's not gone our way today, guys, but that's how I would have set up. I would have done the exact same thing the next time. And if you could take anything from that game and it helps, let me know. And it's almost 30 minutes in the video. I don't want to ramble on too long. The next video we'll do a part 3, and we'll do against a team that is... we'll do a team that's expected to be at the bottom of the league, I think. And then the part 4 will be... part 4 will be against a team at the same level as us, and part 5 will be a summarization. Yeah, summarization of the whole season, where we evolved, what we did, what we changed from the start, and how the season went. I suppose we'll do that. So until next time, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. Make sure you catch us on Twitch every single night from 10 PM in England time. It's a bit late, so maybe if you can just be there for a first hour or two. If you're a bit bored or you've got nothing to do, the links are down below. But anyway, until next time, guys, catch you in a bit. Goodbye.